you guys noticed here too, the security issue as far as once people come in, the office is there. It's real easy for people to get wherever they want before we can get somebody to them. Handicap accessibility to come into the main entrance is non-existent. We have to have somebody go down to the back student entrance, bring somebody in, put them on our handicap lift, bring them up to come in. All right, this building is the oldest building that we have. Due to the sheer age of the majority of this building, we do have a lot of heating issues with this building. Over Christmas break, the hot water system, the expansion tanks for the boiler system, we had one rust out from the inside out, spring a nice leak. It's just a matter of time before more of them start going. Just trying to figure out when I can get stuff torn down to try to get stuff, hopefully fine tanks, to be able to replace it. A lot of the univents are, the radiators in the univents are non-existent anymore. We've had some freeze and bust. We've been able to patch them, solder them, and patch them. Once they get beyond the point of repair, we're kind of out of luck. Here, as you can, it was the original cafeteria, or designed as the original cafeteria for the original building in 1960. This was it. You know, so there's not a lot of room for students to work in here. The elementary, there's no art room. Teachers have to have art in their classrooms. There's not a lot of space for her to actually store her supplies or the students' projects, so they're out of the way from getting damaged from other kids coming in and out or anything else that may happen in here. I think that's it in here. This building too, just like at the elementary, there's a lot of roofing issues with this building. Just this past summer we had to replace the roof over the 6th grade wing because it was constantly raining in the building. We would get water leaks in the building when it was raining. When it wasn't raining, you could go a week without rain. In the summertime, you'd come in, you'd have water pouring out of the ceiling. So we did that. The majority of the rest of the roofs on the building are over 30 years old. Again, like the elementary, they've only got about a 20-year lifespan to them. So that's one of the issues that we are dealing with on a daily basis with this building. So we'll go down this way. You'll notice the 4 drains in the hallway. These drains were put in the 50s when this part of the building was put on. The old cast iron pipe, they no longer work. We've had Drain Pro come in and root them out. They actually brought a camera in at one point in time, snaked in. The cast iron lines have collapsed. So all they've gotten is mud. If we get an extremely hard rain like what we had this past July, water will actually start pouring up out of these. This whole hallway and these classrooms were under 2 inches of water right at the end of June, first part of July. And unfortunately, if the drain lines go in, they go under the building. There's no way to really fix them. Our music rooms, 2 classrooms. They knocked a wall out to make it one larger music room. This is where we have general music, chorus, band, but for a music room, there's no acoustics in here whatsoever, you know, for any of it. They don't have proper storage for their instruments. They have to, with the band, they actually have to split up brass and woodwinds in order to get the kids in here because the band room isn't large enough to accommodate the number of kids. So we can sneak through here, you guys can see that. But on the south end of the floor down here, you can see where we've had small sections replaced over the past few years. Due to some roof leaks that we had, and also water coming in through the floor or under the foundation, we've actually had the boards, they buckled, and it looks like they're still...
There's still some plugged.
Yes, we left this summer we had the company come in, they drilled a bunch of holes to relieve a lot of the moisture under the floor. They plugged all the holes back up after they got it down well. It was about 3 weeks later, the floor started doing the same thing again, so we came back in, drilled out a lot of the plugs that they put in, and we had to take and make slits around the boards just to get the relieve the pressure so the kids could be safe and not trip when they're playing.
I mean, when it was like that, it was both. You could see it from over there.
There was about probably right in here, there was about a 4-inch height difference.
Real. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, except when the ball's going there. But here also, you guys look up here, you will see, well, if you look at the roof or the ceiling, you will see issues from numerous roof leaks over the years, but also in this section here, mainly, you'll see that's not just water stains on the decking, roof decking, those are actual rust. It's rusted out, it's rotted out. The only thing separating that from the outside is 3 inches of foam insulation and a little thin rubber membrane. That's just from years and years of issues. And the majority of the roof membranes on this building, same as the elementary, are close to 30 years old. Only have a 20-year lifespan. Now, there are 2 newer sections on this building. The 6th grade wing, which we just replaced this past summer because it was constantly raining in the building on the kids, whether it was raining outside or not. And then on the north end, above where Mr. Robinson's room is at, that was replaced about 10 years ago because the membrane had actually let loose from the insulation and it looked like a giant parachute up there. So we had to have that replaced. But everything else, the cafeteria, both gym roofs, majority of the academic roof, they're all close to that 30-year mark. Look up above the lockers, you can see that's the exterior wall. You go up in the small gym. See where we've had moisture whip through the walls, come down, and I'll show you some more of that once we get into the small gym. Here's another part of our water intrusion issue. If you look at the corners and that wall right here. We've had roof leaks in the past, and those corners, we've got the roof fixed. We've tried probably at least 10 times on both spots to get something to hold because of the moisture that still keeps seeping through. We can't get anything to hold in those spots to be able to patch it. Leak that we had this summer with the 6th grade wing roof, but we had leaks here, one of the classrooms where that light is pushed up. We've had leaks there. This roof here was bad, and it was a ballasted roof, so trying to find it, yeah, you can see where the moisture is fed through from the roof leak and also from water seeping through the brick. We have some other plumbing issues that we have, like in these bathrooms. There's some of the old black or galvanized pipe fittings. 2 years ago, the maintenance guy went to just change the supply line for the toilet. Just put a wrench on the Supply line didn't even hardly get to break it loose. Fitting busted off the wall. Only way to shut these bathrooms off is to shut the main off. When they built this and remodeled it, they didn't put any shut-offs in, so it's quite fun. Everybody gets in here. All right, if you guys will look up above you at the wall, there's the way the building has settled over the years. The wall is actually starting to separate away from the roof. It's at this point we still think it's just from settling. We don't necessarily think it's a true structural issue, but it is still an issue. And here, same way with at the elementary. In the spring and in the fall, it is over 100 degrees in this kitchen. A lot of the equipment in here that we've got is older, some of it's secondhand, but the gals make it work. As you can see, we've had some issues for some roof leaks, and actually that one I think is fairly new. And then because of the heat, we made a screen door back here. When it's hot, they can open up that exterior door and let that, but still it's not, the building's not as secure as what it needs to be. So, all right, we'll go look at the stair walls. That's more damage from water intrusion through the brick. We have scraped everything off, tried to remud, drywall mud paint it. It lasts about 2 months and it comes back. So, another wonderful media center for junior high. As you'll notice, the rooms are quite cramped. Again, with this building, the electricity in this building, the circuits are not big enough to handle all the needs for today's technology classrooms. Thankfully, the amount of computers we have in here, we're okay. But upstairs, I'll show you some rooms that we've had more issues with. Just the flow through here for students and staff, it's not good. Doesn't make it easy for anybody to get around. And with the electrical in this building, there is still, I don't know if anybody messed much with wiring, but there is still cloth coated wiring in this building. Everything today is vinyl coated, rubber coated. I mean, there is still the old cloth coated wire from back in the 50s. Cut, stretched, re-glued, cut, stretched, re-glued, and it's a never-ending battle for us. All right, we will go up to the 3rd floor. Again, just check out the carpet as we're walking through. And up here, there is, as you can tell, it's warmer up here than what it has been in the rest of the building. Up here in May and June, August, end of August, first part of September, it's about 90 degrees up here. Mr. Robinson can very much attest to that. Here on this wall and down on the stairwell underneath the window, you can see where the block is starting to crack due to the building settling. There's a lot of that going on in this building.